This is Jonathan from 4-2 Pitching Academy. Just want to give Jackson a little feedback on his video that we took at the Titan Baseball Camp. Before you watch this video, please go back and watch the other video that I attached to the email that I sent this on. That video gives you kind of a general, my general philosophy on pitching mechanics, how I like to look at them, how I like to think about them. And I think learning some of those concepts first will make this video make a lot more sense. Okay, so I'm going to start by just playing through Jackson's video here.
Yeah, have them tell you their name.
Okay, now I'm going to go through again here a little bit slower. Okay, so what I like to do is look at kind of the video in reverse and then see what leads to some of these positions. So when Jackson's front foot lands, okay, I apologize, I kind of cut it off a little bit, but his front foot is down about right here. Okay, and you'll notice that he's got quite a bit of forward trunk lean. Okay, so trunk's going this way. Arm is sitting back and hands pointing away from his body. Okay, this sometimes isn't necessarily an ideal position. Okay, it's not horrible, I've seen worse, but ideally when our front foot lands, our hand is up at about 90 degrees and the ball is pointing towards the camera. So as a righty, it's pointing towards third base. Okay, this keeps our elbow, shoulder, everything kind of in proper alignment and proper position in order to be as strong and stable as possible. So you'll notice here on this video on the left, okay, front foot lands. Okay, arm is basically straight across. Sorry, that wasn't the greatest line. Okay, straight across, hand is up. All right, he's got a little bit of forward trunk tilt. Jackson's might be just a touch farther. Okay, not so worried about the forward trunk tilt, but I am would be a little bit concerned about kind of this arm path. So let's talk about maybe what gets us to this point. Okay, so if we go back, okay, you'll notice that Jackson's kind of got this big, what's known as kind of an inverted W. Okay, if you look at someone like Mark Pryor, he kind of got to these same positions. And what this is typically the body is trying to keep the center of mass, or keep its trunk back as far as it can, so that way it can use its trunk to deliver the baseball. Okay, so this is, again, so what's leading to this? All right, so for Jackson, okay, if you go back and watch the other video, I like to look at what happens at the beginning that leads to some of these positions. So when he comes up into his leg lift, watch his back foot. Okay, see how there's a little bit of turn there in that back foot? Okay, so a little bit of turn, really closes himself off, tries to stay closed. Okay, and you'll notice that as he goes down the mound, he kind of leads with the trunk. Everything goes together, and he leaks forward. Okay, and what we would like to see is not so much swinging with the lead leg. So basically just comes straight up, so he goes kind of back behind his head. I'd like to see him come up more right towards the S on chasers. Okay, that would keep that back foot stable. And then from there, we ride with the hips down the mound first. So you see Tucker here on the left. Okay, his hips are going down the mound first. So lifts to his knee, hips go down first. Jackson goes too far back, and then everything's kind of going together. And when we do that, his trunk leaks forward, arms a little bit late. And so sometimes when we get into this position at landing, we can have some issues with our elbow. Front and top of the shoulder can kind of get banged up a little bit, and it all has to do with kind of this over rotation at the beginning and then leading with the shoulders down the mound. Okay, so those are some things that we might want to clean up. But to start, I know there's not a ton of time left at the end of the season. What I would recommend is just a little bit more up and down with the leg lift. Maybe bring that knee towards the S on chasers, that middle S, and then go from there. Okay, some of this other stuff you might want to wait till the off season to really dive into it, because we want to make sure that Jackson can perform at the highest level possible going into like state tournaments and end of the year stuff. So if you have any questions, I'm an open book when it comes to this. I hope this made sense and wasn't too much rambling. but don't hesitate to reach out if you are curious or want to know more information about this. So again, hope you found this helpful. Thank you.